Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to our YouTube channel. I was thinking today, I wonder if Jesus really got frustrated with the disciples. He had a ministry for 3 years, walking the same paths with them, sleeping in the same places, and eating at the same place for 3 years. We've been social distancing and stuck in this close quarters with our family for just about a month. And how many times have you been frustrated? I think Jesus was frustrated a lot. And Matthew 16 talks about one of those times. This is verses 5 through 12. When they went across the lake, the disciples forgot to take bread. "Be careful," Jesus said to them. "Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees." They discussed among themselves and said, "Is it because we didn't bring any bread?" Aware of their discussion, Jesus asked, "You of little faith, why are you talking amongst yourself about having no bread? Do you still not understand? Do you remember the 5 loaves for the 5,000 and how many baskets you gathered? Or the 7 loaves for the 4,000 and how many basketfuls you gathered? How is it that you don't understand that I was not talking about bread? Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees." Then they understood what he was talking about. He was telling them to be on guard against the yeast not used in bread, but against the teaching of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Jesus was frustrated because the disciples were not listening or were not hearing what he was trying to say. Often communication is the cause of frustrations. You know it's frustrating when people are listening to you or standing in front of you and they're not listening to what you have to say. Well, the same is true the other way around. If you're standing in front of somebody and they're speaking and you're not listening, it's frustrating for them. We need to slow down and make sure we're listening to the people that are speaking to us. Often you can learn something just by listening, because most of the time people are talking about the things they're most passionate about. When you get irritated or frustrated with your family, it's easy to go hide in your room. It's easy to get on your computer. It's easy to get on your phone. It's easy to say, "I'm doing homework," and seclude yourself from the family. Jesus shows us how to deal with frustrations like that. In this instance, it would have been really easy for him to just walk away and say, "They're not listening," or "Their mind's on the wrong thing," or "They're really not hearing what I have to say. They're going to have to learn this the hard way." Jesus didn't do that. Jesus stopped, and even though he was frustrated, he still taught them what he was trying to say. He sat them down and said it again. He had grace while he was teaching them. And oftentimes, that's what he calls us to do with our families. I got a devotion forwarded to me this morning about spending time with your family. This devotion suggests that you create a family playlist, and everybody on that playlist has input. Everybody picks a few songs to put on the playlist, and everybody listens to the playlist every day. Now, not everybody is going to enjoy every song, but they're not allowed to skip any songs. So not everyone's going to enjoy all the music, but everyone's songs are going to be heard. That's kind of like we do in teen group. In teen group, every Wednesday night we have a different activity. And I try and mix it up so that we have enough activities where everyone has a Wednesday night they really enjoy. Some people really enjoy basketball, and we have a basketball night. Everyone participates not because everyone loves basketball, but because it's not the activity that's important, it's about spending time with others that's important. So when you get frustrated with your family, don't go hide. Don't take the easy road. Find something that you can do with your family where everybody has input. It doesn't have to be a playlist. It can be a movie. It can be a game. But make sure that everyone has some input, and make sure you participate even if it's not your favorite thing. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Remember, have grace and patience with your family and find things to get closer to them. I love you. Have a great week.